Okay, let's talk about Warren Buffett. For years, everyone has been trying to crack his code, right? We're all hunting for that secret investment formula. But what if I told you the real secret is that there isn't one? Yeah. Today, we're going to dig into the mindset, not the formula, that built one of the greatest fortunes in history.
So let's just dive right in and tackle the biggest myth in the entire investing world, this whole idea of a secret formula. I mean, it's the question everyone asks, isn't it? People buy all the books, they crunch all the numbers, desperately trying to find that 1, 2, 3 step-by-step process. But the real answer? It's actually way more interesting, and it comes straight from the man himself. And there you have it, straight from the Oracle of Omaha. This isn't about some magic checklist or plugging numbers into a spreadsheet. So if it's not a formula, what in the world is it? Okay, this is the key, the entire key. His success comes from a specific way of thinking. It's a whole framework, really, built on a few super powerful ideas. Think of it as a worldview, not a recipe. So let's break this mindset down pillar by pillar.
All right, pillar number 1. And honestly, this sounds so simple, but it is huge. You have to forget you're buying a stock. Just erase that from your mind. What you're actually doing is buying a piece of a business. That one little shift in perspective, it changes absolutely everything.
And what's so wild about his process is that it's not about finding reasons to buy something. It's the exact opposite. It's all about having really, really good reasons to say no. He's got these mental filters that just chuck out almost every opportunity that comes his way. That way, he only has to focus on the truly amazing ones.
So what are these filters? Well, here are the 2 big ones. First up is the 10-year test. He just asks himself, can I, with some confidence, picture what this business is going to look like in 10 years? If the answer is, not really, he's out. Done. Next. The second one is the management test. Simple question, do I trust the people running this show? Do I actually want them as my partners for the long haul? Any hint of a doubt, and guess what? The deal is off. It's really that simple, and that's what makes it so hard. The discipline is incredible.
Okay, so let's say a company makes it through those first 2 filters. Now we get to pillar number 2. At this point, Buffett is looking for one thing above everything else, a durable competitive advantage. You've probably heard him call it a moat. And if you want to understand what a moat is, just think about Coca-Cola. Look at that number, 1.9 billion servings every single day. That's not just a statistic, you know. That is a global habit. It's a brand that's so deep in our culture all around the world that it's practically impossible for a competitor to come along and knock it off its throne. That is a moat. I love this quote because it just perfectly captures his whole philosophy. He's not just some guy who understands the business on paper. He's a lifelong customer. For him, this isn't some abstract number on a screen. It's a product he genuinely loves and drinks every day. I mean, that's a level of conviction that you just can't find on a balance sheet. And you can't talk about Buffett without talking about his partner, Charlie Munger. Munger, of course, has his own unique way of looking at things. I mean, listen to this. While everyone else was wringing their hands about changing tastes and health trends, these 2 were focused on the simple, timeless power of the product. They just see things differently. And look, the proof is right there in the history books. These brands aren't fads. We're talking about companies founded in the 1800s. They've been through world wars, the Great Depression, you name it, and they're still dominant. That right there is what a durable moat looks like, a business that just keeps on going. Which brings us to pillar number 3. And let me tell you, this one might be the hardest one of all to actually put into practice. It's all about deliberately, consciously ignoring all the noise. Just look at the difference here. The entire financial media, most investors, they are obsessed with trying to predict what's going to happen next with interest rates or inflation or the economy. Buffett and Munger, they couldn't care less. Their entire focus is on one single question. How profitable is this specific business going to be over the long, long run? He says it right there, plain as day. They've never made a big decision because of some economic forecast. Just stop and think about how wild that is for a second. They bought a massive railroad during a horrible recession, not because they thought the economy was about to turn around, but because they understood the timeless value of that railroad. It's a completely different game. And then he delivers the knockout punch. It's a funny line for sure, But there's a deep, deep truth in there. Trying to predict the entire economy is basically a fool's game. The real path to success is focusing on the one thing you can actually understand, the quality of a single business. So you take these 3 pillars, right? You analyze the business like an owner, you demand a powerful moat, and you tune out all the noise. When you put all that together, you get to this one single powerful idea. And this is what investing actually means to them. It has nothing to do with trading symbols on a screen or trying to time the market. It's just buying a piece of a wonderful company that you actually understand, with the full intention of just holding on to it for a very, very long time. And that's really the whole ball game, isn't it? When you're thinking in terms of decades or even 100 years, all the panic and the drama of today just melts away. It becomes completely irrelevant. Who cares what interest rates do next quarter if you own a piece of a business that's going to be growing and compounding its value for the next generation? So let's just end with this. I want you to forget about finding a formula. Just stop trying to predict things that are completely unpredictable. Instead, ask yourself this simple question. What is one business, just one, that you understand so well that you can clearly see it being successful 10 years from today? Seriously, think about it. Because the answer to that question, well, that's where the real Buffett mindset begins.